What's going on, guys? Real quick before this Q&A starts, I want to let you know that my brand new American flag tee has just come out. You guys asked for it and I made it happen, okay? It's a black American flag tee with black gloss on it. You got the American flag and you got RealWorld tactical under it. As you can see, it's a 3/4 sleeve. And then in the back, it has my favorite quote. All right, guys, this has already been launched by the time that you see this. So all you gotta do is go ahead in the description, click the link below, and it's yours. Go ahead and grab it. It's gonna be 25 bucks. It's like a very thin, stretchy material. So just to let you guys know what it feels like. And it's true to size. All right, super happy about this. I hope you guys enjoy it and like it. So go ahead and grab it whenever you can. Today is a Q&A day. Wanted to answer some of your questions that you guys have been asking me lately, and probably do a few questions, answer a few, and then talk about some stuff. So first question is, what were some of my steps that I've taken to become an entrepreneur or a business owner? I actually started my company part-time when I was a law enforcement officer back in 2014, and I did it part-time for 2 years. I started teaching firearms training, tactical classes, and so on and so forth. And that's how I started. I knew that for me to leave law enforcement, I had to be making at least the same or more amount of money in the company that I was with. Or not the company I was with, the company that I owned. I ended up, after 2 years, I ended up making more money in the private sector that I did as a police officer. And because of the social media, I was traveling a ton. So I had to make a choice whether I was gonna stay as a police officer or pretty much be a full-time business owner. And as you guys can see now, I retired in 2016, and I've been a full-time business owner ever since then, which were 2020, so full-time been 4 years now. The company's been in inception since about six plus years, almost 7 years already. It is hard. It is very hard. Nothing in this world is easy to accomplish, especially owning your own business in a saturated market. But with enough determination, enough work ethic, regardless of your race, your color, who you are, where you came from, it is possible to become successful. I don't care what anybody fucking tells you. I've never used my race or my gender or where I came as an excuse for not being able to get ahead in life. My parents taught me at an early age that in the United States of America, as long as you do work and you work your ass off, you can become anything you want to become. Okay. Quick story that you guys don't know, but my grandmother and my mother came from Cuba, a communist country, in the 60s. And my grandmother was an MD, a doctor in Cuba. She came here to the United States to get a heart surgery for my grandfather that I'd never met. And he actually passed away in the airport. He had a heart attack in the airport. So my grandmother and my mom decided to stay here in the United States. My grandmother had to get her board. She had to pass the board to become an MD again. And with not knowing English, only Spanish, not having a dollar to her name, she did it. And this was in the 60s. Okay, I don't see what a lot of people see. I'm a little biased because honestly, if my grandmother can do it, she came from absolutely nothing by herself, and my mom did it, and now I'm doing it, and we came from absolutely nothing. Anybody can. All right, so my next question is, what do I think about the shortages of ammo, and how much ammo should a civilian have? I'll answer the second one first. Regular civilian should have around 1,000 to 1,500 rounds of handgun ammo and the same rifle ammo. And it's my opinion and my firm belief that every single person should own a handgun and should own a rifle. One is good. You don't need 50, one of each, you know what I'm saying? And then have at least, 1,500 rounds of defense ammo for each one. Okay, that's my personal opinion. Some people may agree with me. Some people may say more. Some people say less. It's all on you. So that's what I think. Okay. Now, in regards to the shortages, that's what happens when people see rioting. That's what happens when people see buildings up in smoke, burning. When they see the country falling apart, what do you think people are going to do? They're going to buy ammo, because at the end of the day, the truth is, okay, and some of you may not agree with me, or some of you may talk shit about it, which I really give a rat's ass, but the truth is when shit hits the fan and things get really, really, really bad, okay, and you're going to buy your groceries, and you're going to the Walmart, or you're going to whatever, and it's utter chaos and it's going crazy, and you don't have a gun, or you don't own a gun, okay, all you are is buying your groceries and buying all your stuff for the guy that owns the gun. Because if I'm a bad guy and I see that you're buying $500 or $1,000 worth of groceries, and I don't have that $500 or that $1,000, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to put the gun to your head, and I'm going to take that groceries and all that food from you, and you're going to do absolutely nothing, or the person will shoot you and kill you. Okay. Now we're talking obviously worst case scenario. All right. But you should know how to defend yourself. Number one, you should know how to protect yourself. You should know how to protect your family and your loved ones. I'm not a victim person. I don't believe in being a victim to anyone or anything. So my mentality might be a little different than some other people. Some other people may say that you don't need a gun. They may say that you don't need a rifle. I disagree. So this question I've been asked a lot. What kind of music do I listen to work out, or gets me excited, or gets me pumped up? I listen to three main types of music: rock, hip hop, and epic score. What is epic score? Epic score is what you hear on trailers in the movies. And then you probably hear a lot of those songs on some of my videos. That's actually what I listen to sometimes. Sometimes I listen to hip hop. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I think he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time in regards to lyrics, being successful, and just an all-around rapper. His beats are crazy, and whatever. That's my opinion, And actually, you know what? I would like to hear what your opinion is. Who do you think is the GOAT in hip hop or rap? And rock, I listen to all types of rock, man. I don't really listen to like the heavy metal, but I do listen to rock all the time. So those three genres are usually the ones that I listen to, depending on what I feel like for the day. So I use the Opove massage gun. I went to this massage gun because it's a lot cheaper, and it does pretty much the same thing as all the other ones do, but it's it's $100 compared to $500, and it's really good. I like it, Opove. So that's the massage gun that I use right now. So the next question is, could I do a no gear, I guess no equipment workout plan, like body weight only? I've been thinking about doing that for quite a while now. If I have enough people interested in it, then I could surely absolutely do it. So, and I would add it to my subscription service. So, just letting you guys know, it might come through for 2021. What is my favorite martial arts to use? Am I a striker or am I a ground guy? I'm an everything guy, but I prefer to strike. I would say Muay Thai would be my favorite martial arts. Now, you have to know grappling and you have to know the ground. In a street fight, when your life is on the line and you're fighting on concrete, definitely don't recommend going to the ground. We have something that's called always the +1 rule. So if you get into an altercation with a certain person, we always say that person +1. Okay, so you always have to think that he's got a friend or someone else is there. And if you go to the ground, you go to your back, and there's 2 guys against 1, it's a good chance that you're going to lose, especially on concrete, because concrete doesn't give like mats do. So do I still think you need to know the ground? Absolutely. The ground game is very, very important. Is it everything? No, it's not everything. And I don't believe it is. Some people may disagree with me. I'm a firm believer in grappling, wrestling up top too. It's really important. Clinching, understanding angles and body weight transfer and so on and so forth is very important. Standing up. And then of course striking. In a self-defense scenario, understanding how to strike and how to block or how to move out of the way, slip, roll, whatever. It's very, very important. All those things, But yeah, I'm a striker, man. A striker at heart. I've been a striker my whole life. I've been doing ground now for like 10 years, and then striking, I've been doing it for over 30 years. Any grappling, any videos soon? Yeah, why not? Maybe I'll for sure. I can do a grappling video, a ground game video in regards to some basic ground position work and some basic stuff that I've used on the street that I know that works. And then have I ever used grappling on the street? Absolutely, I have many times. As a cop, you have to go down to the ground to handcuff the guy 90% of the time, unless you throw him against a car or something, and then you have to handcuff him against the car. But most of the time, if the guy's really fighting you, it's going to go to the ground. So you have to know some form of ground game. You don't have a choice in law enforcement. As a regular civilian, you do have that choice to not go to the ground. That's why I say it's important to know the ground game. But yeah, I'll do a video for sure. I got you. So in my heyday back in law enforcement, while I was in SWAT, we had a double kidnapping, double hostage situation where the guy held the guy hostage for ransom and so on and so forth. It was like a 4 or 5 day op where we had to pretty much travel Tri-County area. It was 2 different teams of 5 bodies that did the kidnapping. So one team did 5 people let me see how I say that. One kidnapping was done by 5 guys, and another kidnapping was done by another 5 guys, and then there was one main guy controlling both teams. All right, so in 5 days we had to literally go and get all 10 guys. And the last guy, we had to literally, he was barricaded. He ended up hiding in the ceiling or in the roof of the house. It was a 4-hour standoff. And then we finally caught him and got him. So yeah, I've had that one and a couple other ones that my team have handled, Next question is, I have a class actually coming up November 7th and 8th. It's a civilian armed response class that I have in Miami, actually in Broward County in Miami, which is just north of Miami. 2 days, and it's a beginner class. You don't have to know anything of firearms. I've had people come to my courses before where they've shot maybe one time, or some people have never shot a gun before at all. All right, we go from 0 all the way up to what it needs to be for you to be proficient at 10 to 15 yards shooting. At the same time, you're gonna learn self-defense, how to block, how to move, how to strike, grounds, positions, grappling, a little bit of everything. A little bit of knife defense as well. How do you get into the class? It's real simple. You go to my website, RealWorld, www.realworld-tactical.com, look up schedule, click on the schedule, and you'll see November. There's a class there. You click on it, you pay the deposit, and you're in the class. It's that simple. You got to make sure that you don't have any felony convictions, anything like that, or any domestic injunctions that prohibits you from being with a firearm or holding a firearm or whatever. But other than that, you're good to go. You don't have to be good at shooting at all whatsoever. You're seeing this after November 7th and 8th, 2020, and you wanted to get into one of my courses. If there isn't any available, then you can get on the newsletter. All right, you just go onto my website and you put your email in there, and then we will send out the email before the class is posted, so you know when is it coming. All right, and then you can just click on the link and then put your deposit. You're good to go. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much concludes my Q&A for the day. All right, if you have any questions that you want to know the answers to, go ahead and put them in the comment section. I will grab as many as I can for next month, and hopefully I can answer as many questions as I possibly can. All right, thanks guys.